Hello friends. In this session we will discuss Linux directory structure. You can even say Linux folder structure. So before I start with Linux directory structure, let's first understand a little bit about the Windows directory structure, because most of us are aware of the directory structure of Windows. And later on, we will compare the directory structure of Windows and Linux, so that you can understand it better. In Windows, by default we have a C drive, and in C drive we have multiple folders like Windows, program files, users, etc. These directories are created by default when the OS is installed. And the purpose of each directory is different. In the same way, when you install Linux, there will be some directories created by default, but like Windows here there are no drive letters allocated. In Linux, the directory starts with / or you can say root, just as C drive in Windows. In the root directory, there are various other subdirectories available, and the purpose of each directory is different. In this session we will discuss all the important subdirectories which are mentioned in the diagram. Let's take a look at each of them. The first one is /home. In Linux, if you create any user, that user's profile will be stored here. Consider if you create a username as Janik, then Janik user's home directory will be /home/Janik, and whatever files or directory Janik user will create, those will be stored in /home/Janik. Same way, if you create user John, then its home directory will be /home/John. Next is /root directory. As discussed in the previous session, the default root user will be created when you install Linux, and the root user is having all the rights. In Linux, all the user's profile will be stored in /home directory, but only the root user's profile is stored in /root directory. So the root user's home directory is different from other users. Next is /etc directory. All the configuration files are stored here. For example, web server, database server, mail server, DNS server, users and groups configuration. Next one is /boot directory. All system boot related files are stored here. This file will be used when your system boots. For example, grub related configuration files, kernel files, etc. Next comes /bin directory. All binary files are stored here, which is common for all users. Whatever commands a user runs will all be stored here, for example, date, cal, echo, cd, pwd, ls. Next is /sbin directory. There are few commands in Linux which require administrative privileges to run, and only root users can run this command. That all commands will be stored in /sbin directory. Next comes /tmp directory. It stores all temporary files created by the user, system, or applications. These files will be deleted when the system reboots. /dev directory. Whatever hardware devices are attached to a Linux system, like SATA drive or a USB drive, will be represented by a file. And these files are stored in /dev directory. For example, /dev/sda will represent the first SATA drive, /dev/sdb will represent a second SATA drive, or maybe USB drive. It also contains files related to virtual devices, like /dev/null, but regarding this we will discuss in an upcoming lecture. /proc. In this, system and process related information will be stored. It is a special directory like /dev. /var. Var means you can save variable files. All the files that change dynamically, for example, web server data, database related files, log files, will be stored in this directory. So, here is the list of all the important directories that we have discussed in this session. Purpose of each directory is different. Just try to remember it, as many times this question can be asked in an interview. Friends, if you do appreciate the content I bring, please like, subscribe and share my channel. Your appreciation is my reward. Thank you.